I have seriously got to figure out what fucking week we're on. It's getting ridiculous. Anyways, welcome to the Real DVD Watchers. On Wednesdays, as always, it's me, Tom. The movie that I've chosen to review today is something that I've been really excited about, and I've been waiting to see it ever since I first heard about it, because it sounded really, really good, and it has one of my all-time favorite stand-up comedians in it. The movie in question is Big Fan from 2009. It was written and directed by Robert Siegel, who some of you might know wrote The Wrestler. This is very much in the vein of The Wrestler and the way how it's set up. Basically, what it's about this guy named Paul, played by Patton Oswalt. He's this guy who just lives and breathes for the New York Giants. You know, he's 36. He still lives at home. Doesn't have a girlfriend. He calls into this sports talk radio show every single night just to trash talk the Eagles, and it's just him dealing with one night he goes out and is with his one friend, and he sees like his all-time favorite football player from the New York Giants, Quantrell Bishop, and they follow him from where he is in Staten Island all the way to Manhattan at this bar, and like he works up so hard to just work up the courage to talk to him, up to the point where he does talk to him, and then his friend's like, you know, we drove all the way from Staten Island to be. He's like, Staten Island, we were just there. He's like, yeah, you know, we saw you at the gas station. And Quantrell's like, what? Have you been stalking us? And of course, he's been drinking and whatnot at the strip club, so he ends up beating the living fuck out of Paul, and then it becomes Paul dealing with being beat up by his idol, and his family want to press charges, but him not, because he's such a diehard fan, and him understanding what his life has become. So this movie, to me, is very much in the vein of the Wrestler, how is this guy who's just so detached from his family in real life that he's just become obsessed with this team. That's all he cares about. There's a scene where his mom picks up the phone while he's on the radio show and starts telling him to get off the phone so she has surgery in the morning, and he just flips out, goes into her room, and he's just screaming at her like, why do you always mess up my life? She's like, why you mess up mine? You're 36. You should be having a family. You need to have kids. You need to have a job. You need to have goals. And he literally goes, this is what the movie boils down to. He goes, I don't want that. It's an absolutely moving movie. And the ending is so perfect. It fits in with how detached his character is from reality. And just, you have to see this. The acting in it is superb. Patton Oswalt, he's one of my all-time favorite stand-up comedians. Just so funny. It's so interesting to see him do such a serious role. But he does it well. He does it really well. But just to see that turn from him being like this, like big, a huge comic book nerd, talking about the 70s commercials and hating hippies and George Bush, and just see him flip into like this guy who's just so closed off. It is absolutely brilliant. And it actually shows Patton Oswalt's serious acting chops. For me, this is definitely one of the hidden gems of the last year. Big fan. It's so good. Supporting cast, what the hell's his name? Kevin Corrigan's in this, from Gun for Life and a lot of the Judd Apatow movies. He plays Patton's best friend, and he does such a great job. The whole family dynamic works well in this movie too. I mean, there's this scene where when Paul learns that his brother's actually going to press charges against Quantrell, he goes to his house, busts in on was taking a shit, and proceeds to yell at him the whole entire time. And his brother's like, "Can I just not finish my shit? Like, what the fuck?" It's absolutely great. Definitely check out this movie. It's a great character study, if nothing else, and Patton is just amazing. This movie is superb. If I had to give this movie a rating out of 10, it would get an 8. It's absolutely good. And it reminds me a lot of like the old like artsy style movies too, in a way. So if you like that, definitely check out this. So that's the review. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys go check out this movie because it is really, really good. Yeah, definitely go check it out. And I will catch you guys in a week's time. Kind of faded there towards the end. Oh well. Bye.